Just waiting for YouTube also to kickstart. And here we are, I guess. Yes. What if I told you in the next 30 minutes, I will give you the complete game plan to skyrocket your success? Especially the fact that you already have so many years of experience, which already puts you far ahead of me all by default. When I was in college and I said to myself, I'm going to become one of the world's greatest speakers ever, the greatest keynote speakers, the greatest trainers. And for that, just because I love the stage so much, I want to perform, I want to really create that kind of an impact. Little did I know it's going to be such a hard process that's going to involve repeating practice over and over and over and over and over again, where people who are far substandard than I am, who are performing at the highest level, including the ones who are not even performing at the highest level, they will come and give me gyan on what am I doing right, what am I doing wrong. Today's episode is when we decode it all, understanding the mantra, the process, the machine that defines success, and how communication turns out to be the single biggest thing that you need to keep in mind, the mandates. Over the last couple of months, 6 months to be precise, I deleted and removed a lot of stuff from my system. The hard drive that I had, I cleared almost a couple of terabytes. Stuff that I know are outdated. I will never ever go through them. I haven't gone through them over 5 years and it's not necessary for me. So I deleted them off. I unfollowed and unsubscribed to all those emails of all those people who genuinely they don't really add that kind of a value in my life. And deep down, I know that I'm not able to resonate with them at 110% level. I also ensured that all the noise that's hitting me, whether it's social media, all the news feed are turned off, all my subscriptions are taken away, anything and everything that is making me feel bad, I put it all aside. Once I did that, the only people who started appearing in my feeds were the people who genuinely are putting in the work day in and day out, exactly in the same situation as I am. Again, I don't use Instagram, I don't use Facebook, I don't use any of the meta apps. My WhatsApp stories and all are always notifications off and stuff. And I found out something crazy. The most successful people in the world, they have these little things that they do on a consistent basis, and no matter what happens, they do it. There are people who've been doing this consistently over a longer period of time, and if they've continued it, they end up getting success. So I started implementing one little aspect. My brother and I have a podcast where we just turn on the recording, we choose a topic, and I just ask him questions, he answers it. In that conversation, sometimes it's serious, sometimes it's a joke, sometimes it's a roast, sometimes it's a rant, a lot of different things. And over a period of time, we've noticed that there are 50 views, 70 views, 100 views in some cases, and that feels good. That really feels good. By the way, we don't share those links anywhere. It's called the SM Show. Yogeshwari and I do podcasts on the Sunsden YouTube channel. The podcast gets only single digit views. I keep doing lives every single day and I also get single digit views. Couple of the lives, they go double digit as well. But here's the thing. Think about it. What's going to be the impact maybe 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, when anyone who opens YouTube gets to know that there is someone named Suryadeep Majumdar who is learning stuff every single day, showing up every single day at 8:30 a.m. and teaching us every single thing that he is learning. So whenever it is there's something that I need to learn, I need not go anywhere else. I know that this is the person who is literally giving me step-by-step framework on how he's learning it. And it's not just that. Because I have my life sorted, I know I have to prepare, I have to learn, I have to read, I have to work on myself, I have to really take care of myself properly. so that no matter what happens, I'm able to show up every single day, and that becomes my natural default state. That is something that creates a revolution. So if I know that deep down, the most successful people are the ones who have been consistent. They've done the same boring things over and over again, and they've stuck to it. They've stayed patient. What's stopping me? Now, in order to become successful, what I've come to realize is you need to talk about it more. And what do we end up doing? We talk about it with whom? We talk about it with our friends who don't understand a shit thing of what we are talking about. We talk to them with our parents and relatives who think that we are just talking some garbage because they're from a different generation altogether. In fact, we talk about it with people who will not even have the same vision as we have. Does that help? You've got to start talking to the world. And the best way to do so in today's day and age is by making videos. Now, I'm the single biggest proof right now, if you're watching me live, that it doesn't really matter how many views are there. Now, if you're watching this maybe at a different time other than 2026, then you might be checking in how many views are there already. And it's a proof that just by being consistent, it brings value into the world. And that in itself is the biggest measure of success. The fact that showing up compounds, anything that we do compounds. And the fact that you're able to organize all of these thoughts and emotions and feelings, everything that you're going through, putting it out across, that in itself makes you successful. You showing up makes you successful. You just putting yourself out there makes you successful. So how do you really do it in today's day and age? And the fact that I'm recording this in 2026, it's obviously something that I'm uh, in the process of doing it consistently for 90 days, but I've given myself that responsibility. I'm not going to hold anyone accountable for this other than myself. I will show up every single day for 90 days and I'm going to see what happens. So far, yes, this is the 82nd episode, but I haven't been able to complete the 90 days. I accept it. I'll not say I forgive myself, I'll hold myself accountable. But in these 90 days, there are a couple of other additional things also that's coming in. Now, before I talk about what is it that those things include, I want to ask you a couple of very interesting questions and honestly answer them in the comments below for me. Okay. We'll do it, we'll play it very, very honestly. Imagine you are opening your social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. I mean, I personally use LinkedIn. That's my most favorite social media platform. Imagine you open LinkedIn and you see a person sending you a connection request. And you see that the person has achieved a lot of things. It's pretty good and is very consistent, regular, and all. And it's very unique. You accept the connection request. Within accepting the connection request, the person sends you a message. Hi, big thank you for, okay, wait, not even just a message, a video. Hi, thank you so much for accepting my connection request. Just curious, what made you accept it? Is it because you like my profile? Is it something that you're interested in getting to know? I'm just curious and getting excited to get to know you. Now, when you see the smiling video, how is it that you're going to feel? Honestly, tell me, okay? Honestly. Some people will feel weird. Some people will feel amazing. Some people will be like, okay, yeah, that's something very unique. It's not just that. Imagine whether you reply or don't reply, whatever it is that you do, same person after a week just interacts. Hey, it's been quite some time since we spoke, right? Just wanted to check in. I can see that you are an experience, you have having these many years of experience in this particular domain. Now, I'm doing this particular research in my personal and professional life. I just wanted your thoughts and inputs. Whenever you're free, just feel free to let me know. Even if you're not able to, that's okay as well. How is that going to make you feel? What if you start talking to that person and the person is like, hey, I really like talking to you. Is it okay if I can invite you as my guest in my show where your thoughts will be put out to the whole world? And you are someone who's probably not even been invited ever before in any of the podcasts, because we know that some of the most famous people are only getting invited on podcasts. And it's not just that. You know that you are going through something that needs attention, that needs work, and this person genuinely just wants to help. And if you are one of those experts, he just wants to have an interaction so that he can get to learn from you. The fact that you understand that every single conversation is something that is going to either bring value in this world or will make you a better person, again, taking a slightly longer route to make you more valuable in this world, is the biggest hallmark of success, isn't it? The other day, I went to purchase some gold. I love, kind of developed that this is one of the hobbies that I've recently found out, that I want to say, I save up and I purchase stuff that it's a form of an investment. And wherever I went, I just love asking questions. I love appreciating. I love clarifying all the doubts that I have. And it shocks and surprises me every single time. Not even once, no one has told me not to behave in the childlike, curious manner. Isn't that success? The way how I interact during the one-to-one calls with people who ever book the calls, and I just have a ball with them. They feel amazing. There's so much they learn, there's so much I learn. And that for me is my oxygen. Isn't that success? Now, all these things was possible because I made it a point to start speaking, to just communicate. Of course, through the live, through a video, it's one way communication. But I don't look at it as one way communication. It's more like how I know that there is a Suryadeep who's sitting on the other side, a Suryadeep who's 10 years younger to the Suryadeep who's speaking right now, and is looking and listening. And like, oh my God, if I just stay consistent, I'm going to start speaking like this person. And that's the joy. That's the real success. So for me, I have obviously taken it to a whole new level. I go live every single day. I also want to record a 59-second video, not more than that, which goes out as a reel, platforms like Facebook and Instagram, just to see what works and what doesn't. I would love to sing every single day, just learn new things and just hum maybe, because that's something I've never really tried doing. Who knows what can come up, what can get created. The fact that I'm comfortable with one social media platform doesn't really necessarily mean that I can't create things elsewhere. The fact that I have this gift, and the gift that I implore you as well to start, which is just putting stuff out, showing up, speaking to the world. We have all the resources. And if you plan to do it, what are the techniques and methods that you need to keep in mind? So, again, I've already discussed enough of the techniques and methods. I want to talk about more related to what happens when you don't and what happens when you do. So, I will just take these two contrasts. The first is the last 9 days of my life, the 19th, or let's just take the entire January 2026, and then I will take you towards October to end of November 2025. The last month that went by, this entire month that went by, everything went for a complete toss. Everything, every single thing. It's more related to how do you even put it? Sleep is gone for a toss, food is gone for a toss, not even feeling like doing anything, not journaling, not reading, not even doing anything other than just lazing around. That's it. That's all that I did. And the more I did it, the worse I felt. Thinking that I'll do something else and it's going to make me feel better. No, pathetic. But when it comes to October, waking up, doing the workouts, playing the badminton, uh, getting into that zone of properly doing those lives, preparing for it a day in advance, having the mind maps, having those notes. Every live, I know it's going to be full-fledged masterclass in itself. Will I say that these are also masterclasses? Yes, but is it with that level of prep? Not at all. Nowhere even close. That whole aspect of doing this live, by the way, back then I even had a job, imagine. So the fact that I was finishing my life, finishing the breakfast, coming back and joining the job, by the time the job got started, I was feeling like I'm the king of the world and I'm all over the moon. Even at that time, there were comments that were coming in, people were responding, people were interacting, and I was getting those genuine interests and inquiries through those lives. But now, the fact that I did not do it for a long period of time, firstly, there is a lot of guilt, there's a lot of shame, there's a lot of self critique. And I know that I have to work 20, wait, 200 times harder to even get into that same state. So success is not something that you achieve. It's a daily thing, and it becomes far, far easier when you interact with the world. Because that's the best way in which you can organize and put it across. You'll be shocked and surprised how many people will resonate with exactly what is it that you have to say, exactly who you are, where you are. And that's the biggest proof. Now, how do you even go about doing it? Well, the best way it would be to just ask AI to give you just the first lines and then let you continue. I'm reminded of my school, okay? In 10th and 12th, we had always 5 or 6 different forms of essays. 5 different. There were certain statement related essays, there was a debate related essay, there were these very interesting topics that was given. But then I always used to choose the most challenging one, which was write an entire essay of 450 to 500 words with the phrases, "It all started when the first gush of rain unfolded, dot, dot, dot." Now you have the freedom to weave any story that you want, to weave any essay that you want. You can craft things like never before. And guess what? The fact that I had that entire learning in school, now with AI, you can literally ask AI to give you the best hooks and then just continue for 59 seconds. It'll be initially very, very surprising. Oh my God, what do I even say? But then by the end of the 30th day, you'll be blown away. And guess what? Social media, the videos, even if you don't share the links anywhere across, the platforms promote it to the right people. Virality, I'm not so sure. I haven't yet learned through the depths of the science of virality. All I know is that just for you getting comfortable speaking makes it far easier. Today, at this point of time, I can clearly tell my parents that, listen, if you want my hair to be cut, I don't want to come home. I can tell Yogeshwari very, very clearly that if we are not getting these many clients, it becomes difficult for us to sustain. I can clearly tell the people I worked with that these are the stuff that I'm not able to resonate with. So I would not be able to continue. And I feel very, very proud and blessed that I'm able to do that. So every single time you feel that you want to stay stagnant, you want to hold back, you want to feel that good, don't want to feel that good, please note that the moment you decide to step back, it's going to take you 200 times more pressure, momentum, force, anything and everything in order to make things happen. So, my intention for you is just get started, just continue. The fact that we turned our Speak to Lead cohort from a 30-day journey to a 10-week journey is the absolute proof of it. And we are so shocked and surprised that the people who go through the entire process, they are the ones who are getting the results. The people who slack behind, they stay slacked. And we are absolutely okay to let them do so. At the end of the day, it's the responsibility that matters. It's the efforts that count. At the end, I'd like to conclude with the whole thing that success is. I used to feel that is a destination, but success is an everyday journey. And when you look at it that way, that's the excitement that should make you wake up in the morning and not let you sleep at night. I'll see you tomorrow in the next one. Again, we will be doing two lives topics. Fortunately, are already decided, but slowly, the prep work also gets going in. So it's going to be crazy. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Stay blessed. This is Dr. Sridhi.